our CARES training, our Certified Addiction Recovery Empowerment Specialist training. He's someone I've heard speak many times, and a good friend, Bill Carruthers.
5 minutes. My name is Bill, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. And that's a big deal to me. And why it's a big deal to me is because recovery saved my life. It might have saved yours too, if you remember me before I came into recovery. First of all, I know they said that the sound of the whales is the loudest noise, but I think there's a noise louder. Could y'all clap your hands one more time? I want to compare it to the whales. Yes. Community. Community. Savannah, Georgia. Why am I here? Let me see if I can correlate all that for you guys. I'm here because Diane Reeder's here. Andre Williams is here. The mayor's here. Denise Hardy is here. Let me see if I can go back and tell you why. I don't know if you got a word that's tragic enough for it. I was mayhem on these streets. For 40 years, I was in active addiction right here in Savannah, Georgia. And I was, woo. And it's my fault that the police department ain't here because I forgot to talk to Major Branson. Because I love him, man. But you know, this is the thing. I was out there, and I was looking in your car window. Because I was going to steal your stuff. Because I was trying to get me some dope, man. Straight up. And I didn't care if you was a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, a preacher, or nothing else. All I wanted to do was get me something to get high on. Because that's the only way I knew how to live. I didn't know nothing about a diagnosis. But all I knew that I've been angry my whole life. I knew that my mom dropped me off in an orphanage when I was a little boy. I didn't know what that meant. And it took me 55 years to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out by myself. I need some help. And when I finally came in, because the police, they helped me get in. Let's just say that. That's Christian language. That's right. I love them, man. I speak to CIT all around the world, man, because people need to know, I need you to get me in, but don't crumble me up so bad. Everybody can't take that crumbling up. You follow me? But this is the thing. After they got me in, our system here in Savannah, Georgia, they came up with Savannah Impact. I remember when they changed my probation dynamic. I said, man, what does that mean? That means I had to show up. And they told me to go out to the recovery place. And when I went out to the recovery place, that little lady back there in a pink thing was there. And oh my God. It got real inconvenient for me to lie and manipulate and do all that stuff that I'd done my whole life. And I was more frustrated than I'd ever been before. But I couldn't go back. Because there's only one thing if you go back. And I finally, for the first time in my life, I got desperate enough because I would rather have died than continue to live. And there's people that reach that point where we'd rather die than continue to live. And we have to create some options. We got to get beyond our differences. Because if it wasn't for her, I would be dead, or one of y'all might be dead, or somebody would be dead. And the death, we got to take it out of the equation. We got to bring hope and possibility into the equation. I also know that one of my attorneys was here. If it wasn't for that lady right there, I might not be here. I remember when she bought me a pair of shoes. Praise God. She brought me a pair of shoes. And when I came into recovery, I remember standing at the recovery place and I was doing I was speaking to a group of people and it was police officers and everything. I was overwhelmed. And I remember looking at that group and I saw that lady right there, Diane Reeder. And when I looked at her, it made me feel better. It made me feel like everything was all right. It didn't matter who everybody else was because I just focused on her. Because she's one of the nicest, sweetest people I've ever met in my life. And these people are here today. That lets me know that recovery is changing and it's working. Not only that, man, there's a whole group of people here in blue shirts that are here because of what those people poured into me. There's a lady right here. Those are people who are from the jail. I remember when I was in the chaplain's dorm at the jail, Coastal Jail Ministries, and there are programs in there. And those programs changed my life. And that lady right there, I'll do anything to partner with those people, man. Those systems came together. I remember hearing the people on the news were going to saturate the community with law enforcement to the extent that it will discourage crime. And it discouraged my addiction along with it. And that saved my life. And so when I see the mayor and the alderman and them here, I love these people, man. This system here changed my life. It gave me some new options. It had some unique people. And not just that, but that was then. And then what happened? When I went, I thought that my addiction was a culturally competent thing that was only happening in the project, man. I thought that was it. But then when I ran into Diane and she sent me to NAMI, and remember, you told me I had to go to NAMI, Miss Humphrey? I went to NAMI and I said, what am I doing here? These are human beings, but I don't even know nothing about human beings. I eat human beings. And then I found out that I was one. And it changed my life. I got to tell you about the people out at the Seed Church. That's my church. I go to church. Imagine that. Woo! Yeah, praise God. I had a spiritual awakening along this trip, man. I didn't know who God was. How can you recover if you don't know who your God is? But anyway, how much time did I got? 2 seconds? Anyway, but this is the thing, and along the way, they also told me, hey, man, listen, they got this thing going on. The certified peer specialist, I remember they sent me to mental health first aid training, and I met that lady right there, Denise Hardy, and Charles Willis. They was dressed real nice, and their pants was right down on their shoes. I said, man, I could have me some of those. What y'all do? They said, we're certified peer specialists. I said, you look like you got some coins. I came across because I wanted some coins. They incentivized recovery for me. And that's what we got to do, man. Recovery can't be rocket science. It can't be a language that's undistinguishable to the people who are trying to get it, because they ain't going to try to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So those people made me want it. They came across, and then I actually went to CARES, and I actually went to the CPS, and they changed the way I talk. You can't tell, but they did. Because the difference is not just that I can talk, because I always could talk because I can lie, but now I tell the truth. That's kind of new to me. But anyway, check this out, man. They made me understand that I've been talking to people all my life, but I was never hearing anything that anybody said. That's the privilege of being in this room today. I've heard more in this room. I know when people talk, when I talk to them, they don't think I'm listening. I was listening to you, my man. I was listening to you. That's why I sent you to her, because I know how important it is to you. And I know that a lot of people don't understand. And I know what that's like, because a lot of people didn't understand. But a lot of people believed. And that's what I know about Savannah. Savannah is changing the way that people believe. And that's a big thing. Don't play with it. Make it sound like the whales. Yes, we're changing the way that people believe. And I know that because I look over there, and those are my partners, man. Them people in blue shirts, those are my partners, man. And we've been partnering together, man. All my partners used to be crime dogs. You understand? My partners, man, Savannah State, man. These people are turning out people that are so diverse. I've been partnering with Perry. What? You can't even see the stitches. But anyway, yeah, man, this thing works. This is hard work. But we're soldiers. If you can live through addiction, you can live through this. Let's suit up and show up. Let's do the thing, man. I love y'all, man. Don't forget.
All right, we have, man, thank you, Bill. Look at the standing O you're getting, sir. Don't you look away.
If somebody has number 8821, oh, sorry, 8.